Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and as requested, it is another video featuring this beautiful arm shark Madko. This thing is one of my kind of not slept on, but like unlikely preference Balisongs. It's one of only 3 trainers in my collection, and I hope to expand that a little bit more in the near future. Ooh, yeah. And this thing sounds absolutely fantastic, and it being a bottle opener is really awesome. I would show you the bottle opener techniques, but I only have a beer to open, and as wonderful as the weather is right now, I don't know if that would be the best option. The grass is dying, as you can see. That's really depressing, but that's British summer really for you. But yeah, in terms of the Madko, I guess we could give it a short review, right? This thing is genuinely a very unexpected Balisong for me, because I was looking for a good quality titanium trainer. Now, I already had a good experience with the, hang on, let me just get it out here, with the kind of armed shark Tsunami, right? And the Tsunami was fantastic, but it was like my only high-end Balisong, and there was just one problem I had with it. It flipped fantastically, it felt so good in the hand, but the balance just wasn't right. And so I ended up getting one with a live blade, which I absolutely adore to pieces. And look at how this thing just glimmers in the sunlight, right? Some of you may have known that this thing used to have purple screws. It is now on blue titanium screws. I do have another set of purple screws for it, but I was like, maybe try out the blue screws for a little while. It's very classic squid. It's very iconic, I guess, although I do actually prefer the purple. But the blue is really working. Like, this is nice hardware. I don't really want to take it out. But yeah, I had this thing and I was like, yeah, this is great. And I mean, the live is cool, but you know, it's not really applicable everywhere. And so I got myself the Orca, and the Orca was fantastic. But the one issue with the Orca is the G10 just makes it susceptible to kind of breaking, and it was also a bit noisy. Well, I say noisy, all Balisongs are noisy, but really it was just not, it was not everything. I mean, it kind of was everything I was looking for. It's lightweight and whatnot, but I wanted something that was a bit more tanky, right? Like, so I was thinking maybe get a Chab as a trainer, because I do quite like the Chab. And then, excuse me, I remembered why I don't have a Chab is because that ring, you know, this, it wasn't nice like it is on this. It was just outright way too loud for me. I gave it a second chance. You know, it's one of the few Balisongs I've had more than one of. And it just wasn't for me, right? Even though the flipping is actually better than this guy. And I did make a comparison video between this and the Chab. And I mean, the Chab should win in all areas other than kind of comfort. Yeah, literally other than comfort, because it's cheaper, it's a better flipper. I guess comfort and jimping, but is the jimping on this really good? I don't know. Yeah, and I guess utilitarianism. This is a bit more useful as a trainer because it has a bottle opener. But this guy just did it more for me, right? I really like the press fit Zen pins. I believe they are stainless steel, rather than titanium like the real deal. And the blade is also, well, the blade is this 5C 15 MOV, MOV, which is what 5% chromium, 15% MOV. This, I can't remember what it stands for. It's like mobidium or something like that. And then vanadium, right, is the V. Here's my very fat cat. Say hello. She had a problem with getting pregnant too often, and then we got a spade, and now she's just fat. Yeah, fun side story. But yeah, this thing is a fantastic flipper. I really love how it feels in the hands. But I will say one thing, with the bottom weight pins, gosh, is it handle bias. It's like borderline handle heavy. It's like a monster at rollover tricks like this and like Chaplin tricks. But to be honest, even without the pins, it's still quite like naughty with those kinds of tricks. Like, Ooh. I still really love how it flips, but yeah, with the pins in, it's actually a nice difference. I didn't expect the change to be so drastic. I read a comment after I first unboxed it, and it was like, you should really try it without the pins. And I was like, you know what, you're right, let me give it a go without the pins. And yeah, it was a total game changer, at least for me. It made it from a Balisong that was a bit of a pain to flip to one that was on the heavier side, but the balance was really nice. It's like a gentle handle bias. You can see there, it's very neutral. In fact, I'd actually even say, no, it's a very, very gentle handle bias. It's very neutral though. Like it's on the more handle bias end of neutral, but yeah, it is quite neutral. You can see there's no kind of wobble on fans. It sounds great, by the way. It sounds like a $500 Balisong, like a really premium. Like genuinely, this feels as well put together as my Gaboon does. It's just slightly less bouncy. Which, is it really? I don't know. But yeah, no, genuinely, this thing is so fantastic. And I've thought about putting in purple titanium screws in here. And then having purple screw, like a purple screw gang. I need Bali Plus to drop that Serif and the new Orca, because those are two Balisongs I really, really want. Because if they don't, I'm going to end up buying another Monarch clone and trying to make it on standard washers and bushings. And that's just... I don't really need to be doing that, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I need myself a nice Orca and a nice Serif clone. That Serif clone is going to be a beta if I do get it, or when I do get it, I should say, when they drop it. But yeah, this guy is fantastic. The flipping is just fantastic. The sound, you know what? It's not too loud. It's on that edge where I think maybe flipping this for too long might be a bit much. But but overall, I just love how it feels in the hands. And I have to say, this is probably the most comfortable Balisong I've ever flipped, par... maybe... no, this actually might be the most comfortable Balisong I've ever flipped. Like, there are no sharp edges other than... I mean, that's not even a sharp edge. I think the sharpest edge, genuinely, is the shark fin, which... it's not even sharp, it's just kind of out of the way here, so if it does nick you, it's like... you notice it, but it's not painful. I've heard some people have had problems with the durability of the blade beating this thing, which mine seems to be fairly straight, you know, like in person. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I have heard of stories, and so sadly it's not like Squid where you'll get like a crazy warranty just because it's arm shark. But I imagine for those people who do absolutely abuse their knives, they're used to seeing breakages and things like this. So I don't know. I mean, if you just look at the blade design, I mean, it's kind of on Squid for having such a small, like, you know, there's very tiny pieces of contact between the top of the blade and the bottom of the blade, which is just for like weight savings, right? So the balance is right. But overall, I really like it. I think the bottle opener part is really cool because it's such a cool little party trick. You do like something like that. You drop it on the floor and then you just go. And there's a lot of leverage here, and it actually does make it quite easy to open bottles with. I've heard some people have struggled with the whole making like, what am I talking about? With opening bottles, that's it. But genuinely, I've had like no problem whatsoever. And it's just been such a good Balisong for me because there are two screws to worry about, neither of which I've had to worry about. This thing comes with such a good Torx driver that you just tighten these screws down for the first time when you get it, like you just crank them, and you never have to touch them again, basically. You just got to oil it up every once in a while. I've been using a mixture of Carbon Honey, Super Lube, and Bali Plus oil. I find the Carbon Honey and Super Lube makes a really, really nice kind of bouncy, ringy sound, and then the Bali Plus just kind of is that sweet spot in between the two where the sound isn't necessarily as cracked, but it has like the perfect amount of swing and like feedback. Whereas the Carbon Honey thick sometimes is just a bit too thick, and then the Super Lube just runs away very easily and gets everywhere, by the way. That's one thing people don't tell you about Super Lube. Doesn't matter what container you put in it, it gets everywhere. I don't even know how. It just, yeah, it's awful to store. That's one little caveat about Superloop, but otherwise, this thing has been fantastic. I will say the one little kind of downsides are because of how comfortable it is, because of how like round all the corners are, and there's like no texturing anywhere. It is a little bit slippery. For a titanium Balisong, I should mention, this is nowhere near as slippery as any aluminium Balisong ever. And I mean, you know, these cutouts do actually help. But like the jimping, actually, you know what? It's better than the Tsunami jimping. It's actually slightly better than even the Kraken jimping. So I can't even fault that for that, you know. I mean, squid jimping has, I don't think, ever been good. It's, yeah, you know what? I'll stick with that. I don't think squid jimping has ever been like really good. There are some awful ones, like the Tsunami. Like, the Tsunami jimping is genuinely useless. But thankfully the Tsunami being like a more polished Balisong is like, it's not much of an issue. If these things are still in stock, I will try and put some links in the description down below so that you guys can get yourselves one of these things, because I really like them. It is an affiliate link, so it does help out the channel. The AliExpress links, at least, by the way. But if you buy off BBKS Balisong, make sure to use code TACTIC. And if you buy on other marketplaces, then I don't think there's other ways I can help you out there. But yeah, it's... Ooh, look at that. I mean, it just flies around. It's just really, really nice. Genuinely, one of these surprises I've had. I enjoy it a lot more than I expected to. And it's one of those that it's like up here with my Tsunami. As a Balisong I flip quite often. This is probably the Balisong I flip the most. It's lightweight. It's very easy to do any sort of tricks with. Super comfy because it's round. It's got a real knife, so it's like good for opening boxes and stuff like that. Ow. What was I even trying to do there? I was like reverse 0G Chaplin? I don't even know, man. But yeah, no, it's just great, really. I don't know what else I talk about. Kind of looks, obviously, Madko looks. If you like the Madko, it's for you. If you don't, it's not. Right? I'm pretty sure this is fairly one-to-one with the real deal. Honestly, it's just really well made. I kind of wish it came on stainless washers, but at the same time, it's not necessary. Like, there's no play. Just keep your screws cranked to keep it oiled, and you shouldn't get too much wear from it. I mean, some people say, yeah, you should take apart your Balisongs to clean it, but like, I don't think I'm ever gonna have to take this guy apart. This is, I mean, that's kind of what I bought it for, really. This was like supposed to just be like a tank, just no nonsense, always works. Pick it up and go. It's not like this one, which is a bit more kind of temperamental. This one's a bit more about the luck of the draw in terms of how good is the blade you get versus the pins and the handle geometry and stuff like that. I have thought about, though, putting this back onto phosphor bronze washers, because it might be bouncy if I do, but the sound won't be as good. But it's currently over oiled, I think, or it's just loose. Yeah, it's loose. That's what it is. I can feel it. Right, that handle's loose, and oh, that one's fine. So it's just this safe handle. Just needs to get tightened down a little bit. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be trying to pump out new videos. I don't have any new Balisongs. Let me know what you'd like to see on the channel. I might have to pick up some new Balisongs, but sadly, a lot of the stores where I would have gotten them from are like either discontinued, or I don't know, some weird stuff's happening at the moment. It's kind of just in a dry period, literally like this grass, for Balisongs. I'm waiting on the Arm Shark Ultem Orca, because that thing's really cool. And after that, I don't know, we'll just see, really. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, consider becoming a channel member, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.